Welcome to our deep dive, and today we're going to be talking all about remote learning.
Oh yeah, remote learning.
We've got this great excerpt from a text, and it's actually meant for beginners.
Yeah.
And, I found some interesting stuff in here. So,
Interesting.
yeah, so like beyond just like the convenience of it all,
Right.
what really got me was like all the potential this learning style unlocks.
Well, yeah, and the thing about remote learning is that it's really democratizing education.
Yeah.
And our source defines it really simply.
Mm-hmm.
It's just learning from anywhere using technology.
Right.
But it's that anywhere that's really key.
Yeah.
It's not just about attending a lecture from your couch, right?
Right.
It's about breaking down all those geographical barriers that used to just like totally limit your access to knowledge.
It's like the whole world becomes your classroom.
Exactly.
And it's like, I don't know, I was reading about Sophia. She wants to learn Italian from a teacher in Rome.
Oh, wow.
And it's that level of personalized learning, connecting with experts all across the globe.
Mm-hmm.
It's just incredible.
It is incredible. And think about what that could mean for you.
Yeah.
Like, say you want to learn, I don't know, like a specific coding language that's in high demand globally.
Right.
But there's no local courses for that.
Right.
Remote learning opens those doors for you.
Yeah.
Or, maybe you're just interested in something, I don't know, kind of niche.
Yeah.
Like ancient Mesopotamian art.
Sure.
You can connect with the leading experts in that field
Yeah.
and all the resources, no matter where they are in the world.
That's something that really stood out to me, too, the idea of like accessing global talent.
Oh, for sure.
Like, it's not just about the convenience. It's like you're tapping into this network of knowledge that was just previously out of reach for so many people.
Exactly. And, when you think about the benefits, it's more than just access.
Yeah.
Our source highlights, saving time and money. Imagine if you could just like cut out your commute
Right.
and fit learning into your busy schedule.
That really resonates with me.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to learn new things, but like
Yeah.
time is precious.
Right.
And the money thing is a huge factor,
Always
too.
that for a lot of people.
Traditional education, it can be so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Remote learning can offer more affordable options,
Right.
makes it accessible to way more people.
Yeah.
And plus, think about self-paced learning, Like
Yeah.
Sophia's friend Liam in our source.
Oh, yeah.
He likes to go back and rewatch a lesson multiple times
Okay.
to really grasp the concept.
Right.
Other people, they breeze right through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remote learning caters to all those different learning styles.
Yeah.
Allows you to learn at a pace that just works best for you.
It's like having control over
Yeah.
your learning experience,
Exactly.
which is just so empowering.
Totally.
But like, how does all this actually work in practice?
Like the source material talks about
Yeah.
technology playing a huge role.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what gets you most excited on that front?
I mean, it's not just replacing a physical classroom with a screen.
Right.
The technology behind all of this, it's evolved so much.
Yeah.
Makes the whole learning experience much more interactive and engaging.
Okay.
We're talking like video conferencing,
Yeah.
interactive quizzes, digital textbook,
Wow.
where you can highlight and take notes.
Yeah.
And even like virtual reality experiences.
Wow. So it's like
Yeah.
you have this whole toolbox
Yeah.
designed to just make learning more fun and effective.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, all these tools,
Yeah.
you're probably already familiar with them.
Right.
Like video calls,
Yeah.
online quizzes.
Yeah.
You probably use them all the time.
All the time.
So remote learning is just like
Yeah.
using those technologies
Mhm.
in a way that makes learning better.
Right. And that familiarity makes it more accessible. You don't have to be like a tech expert
Right.
to engage in remote learning.
Right.
And as technology gets better, so will remote learning.
Yeah.
Like think about Sophia and her interest in taking a painting class.
Yeah.
Locally, there might be limited options for her.
Right.
But online,
Yeah.
she could connect with any artist in the entire world.
It's like the world becomes your studio.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about the what and the
Mhm.
how of remote learning.
Right.
But this source material, it also does something really interesting.
Okay.
It shares these real life success stories.
Oh, wow.
Like, we meet Liam, who loves being able to rewatch lessons till he masters them.
Oh, cool.
Then there's Mia, who gained so much confidence through an online communications course.
Oh, nice.
And then we can't forget Jack.
Yeah.
He boosted his whole career
Wow.
with an online marketing certificate.
That's all.
These aren't just like hypotheticals.
Yeah.
These are real people whose lives have been changed
Yeah.
by remote learning.
It's those stories that really bring it to life,
Yeah.
that show the tangible benefits of all this.
Yeah.
For people of all different ages and goals. It's really inspiring to see how people use remote learning to just better their lives.
Right.
And reach their dreams.
And like those stories make me wonder, which one resonates most with you?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I think Liam's story
Okay.
really highlights
Yeah.
how remote learning caters to all those different learning styles and paces.
Right.
Like having that flexibility to revisit material as many times as you need, it's invaluable.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool how those stories highlight like the individual nature of remote learning. But something else I was thinking about, like in the source material, it talks about how remote learning is making education more accessible.
Right.
And not just geographically, but like financially too.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Traditional education, it can be a huge financial burden for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And, our source material talks about how
Yeah.
remote learning can cut down on some of those costs.
Right.
Students aren't paying for commuting
Right.
or campus fees or even physical textbooks sometimes.
Yeah, it's a game changer for so many people.
Actually.
Especially those who might have had to, not continue their education because of the cost.
Right.
It really levels the playing field and opens up opportunities for everyone.
Yeah, it's about removing all those barriers to entry.
Right.
And this accessibility goes beyond just formal education, too.
Yeah.
Like, remember our source was saying you can learn anything, anytime, from anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, it could be professional development to help you with your job, like Jack with his marketing certificate, or just exploring, like, a personal passion.
Right.
Like Sophia, learning Italian.
It's about that lifelong pursuit of knowledge.
For sure.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And it makes me think about how remote learning it's kind of going beyond the traditional classroom setting.
Oh, yeah, totally. We're seeing this rise in, like, micro-learning platforms.
Okay.
Where you can just learn, like, little bite-sized chunks of information.
Nice.
And then there's blended learning, too, which combines online stuff and in-person stuff.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's about, finding the best approach for you and your learning style.
That customization is just such a big part
Yeah.
of what makes remote learning so appealing.
Totally.
But, our source material, it doesn't shy away from the challenges either.
Oh, right.
Like, it's optimistic,
Yeah.
but it acknowledges that remote learning isn't perfect for everyone.
Yeah, of course, there are some things that need to be addressed.
Right.
For example, not everybody has, good internet access.
Right.
Or even a quiet place to study. And this digital divide is something we really have to work to fix.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
And then there's also the potential for distractions.
Well,
like it takes a lot of self-discipline,
Yeah, for sure.
to succeed with remote learning.
Right. It's true, but these are all challenges, not roadblocks.
Right.
Like, there are ways to overcome them.
Yeah.
For the internet access thing. There are some initiatives to give free or subsidized Wi-Fi in communities that don't have it.
Okay.
And for the distractions, there are ways to, like, help you stay focused and manage your time better.
So it's about being aware of the possible issues and looking for solutions.
Yeah.
And it comes down to personal responsibility, too.
Totally. Just like with any kind of learning.
Yeah.
Remote learning takes effort and dedication.
For sure.
But the rewards are worth it.
Right. Speaking of rewards,
Yeah.
the source material talks about the ripple effect of remote learning.
Oh, yeah.
And not just for the individual,
Right.
but for communities and economies, too.
That's when it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
Like, imagine a world where people in rural communities have the same opportunities as people in cities.
Yeah.
It could really, like, revitalize those local economies and help to, like, close those skills gaps.
Right.
Create a more equal society.
It's about empowering people to reach their full potential.
Exactly.
And that just benefits everyone.
Yeah, it's a powerful idea.
It is.
It makes you think, like,
Yeah.
what could you contribute
Yeah.
if you pursued knowledge through remote learning?
Right.
What kind of positive ripple effect would you create?
It's a great question to think about. And it leads us to another really fascinating aspect of remote learning, the future.
Well, yeah, the future.
Our source material mentions some pretty amazing possibilities,
Like what?
like virtual reality experiences.
Oh, wow.
and personalized learning paths.
That's where the tech really starts to shine.
Yeah.
Like, imagine learning about history
Yeah.
by actually, like, walking through ancient Rome.
Wow.
Or studying marine biology by diving into a simulated ocean.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, virtual reality can create some really incredible experiences that you just wouldn't forget.
It's like stepping into another world from your living room.
Exactly.
The source material is talking about virtual labs for science students where they can conduct experiments without any physical limitations.
That's awesome.
Or history students exploring ancient civilizations like firsthand.
It's mind-blowing.
Yeah, it really is.
And the amazing thing is, this actually helps you learn better.
Really?
Studies have shown that VR can help you remember things and understand them better.
Interesting.
Especially for visual learners and kinesthetic learners.
So it's about engaging all your senses and making learning more memorable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like, I remember back in school really struggling to picture certain historical events or even some scientific concepts. Imagine if I could have seen them in VR.
Totally.
It would have made such a difference.
Absolutely. And it's not just about like fancy VR headsets.
Okay.
The future of all this.
Yeah.
It's also about using AI.
Okay.
To give people these truly personalized learning experiences.
We talked about personalized learning paths earlier. Like, how does AI fit into that?
So basically, imagine you have this personal tutor who just like knows everything about you.
Right.
Strengths, your weaknesses, your learning style.
Okay.
And AI can analyze your learning data, see how you're progressing. And then it tailors the material to you.
Wow.
Like it might change the difficulty.
Okay.
Recommend different resources.
Right.
Or even suggest different ways of learning.
Yeah.
Based on how you're doing.
So it's like this learning companion that's constantly like growing with you, giving you advice along the way.
Exactly.
Wow.
And this can be super helpful.
Yeah.
It can help people stay motivated.
Right.
Improve their understanding and ultimately just learn better.
So it's not about replacing teachers with technology.
Well, it's about helping teachers be more effective.
That's great.
Yeah. And that's what excites me about all this.
Yeah.
It's not like one or the other.
Right.
It's about finding that balance between tech and human interaction.
Right.
We'll probably see more blended learning models.
Okay.
Where they combine online and in-person stuff.
It's like the best of both worlds.
Totally. And, you know, as technology keeps getting better, we'll probably see even more innovative approaches to this.
Yeah.
Who knows what the future holds?
Right.
Maybe we'll have holographic teachers.
Wow.
Or we'll go on virtual field trips to different planets.
That's crazy to think about.
I know. The possibilities are just endless.
Yeah, we've come a long way from just the basic definitions. Thinking about a future that sounds like a sci-fi movie.
Right.
And it could all actually happen.
Yeah, and that's what's so inspiring about this whole thing. Remote learning isn't just some fad.
Right.
It's changing the world.
Yeah.
It's changing how we learn.
Right.
And how we access knowledge.
And as we've seen, it can make learning more fair, more accessible, and more engaging for everyone.
It really is an exciting time to be a learner.
Yeah. It's been a wild ride.
Yeah.
Talking about all this. We've covered so much.
We have.
From the benefits. Yeah.
To the challenges.
Yeah.
To like all the amazing technology that's coming out.
And it all just comes back to the fact that learning is for life.
Yeah.
It's never too late.
Right.
To learn something new.
Yeah. So whether you're like already doing remote learning or just starting to think about it, we encourage you to embrace it.
Totally.
Who knows what you might discover.
That's right.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into remote learning.
It's been fun.
We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
For sure.
And until next time, keep those minds curious and never stop exploring that vast world of knowledge.
It's out there.
That's out there, just waiting for you.
All right, see you next time.
See ya. Okay, so we've talked about like, you know, all the benefits and the challenges, and we've heard those incredible stories of people whose lives have been like totally changed by remote learning.
But now I want to talk about the future.
Oh yeah, the future.
Like our source material, it talks about this future where remote learning, it isn't just about like convenience anymore. It's about experiences that are like as good as, maybe even better than traditional classrooms.
And it's closer than you might think.
Really?
Yeah, we were talking about VR earlier.
Right,
Remember Sophia, who wants to learn Italian from a teacher in Rome?
Yeah.
Imagine if she could actually walk the streets of Rome.
Wow.
Virtually, talking to locals.
Oh, wow.
All while she's learning the language.
That's incredible.
That's the kind of immersive experience that VR can offer.
It's like you're stepping into another world,
right?
But you're just sitting in your living room.
Exactly.
The source material mentions VR labs for science students.
Oh, wow.
Where they can do experiments without any of the physical limits.
Right.
And history students can explore ancient civilizations firsthand.
That would be awesome.
It just blows my mind.
I know. And what's really interesting is that this can actually help you learn better.
Really?
Studies have shown that VR can improve your knowledge retention and comprehension.
So, you remember things better.
Yeah, and you understand them better.
Interesting.
Especially for visual learners and kinesthetic learners.
It's like it's engaging all your senses, so it just becomes more memorable.
It really does.
Yeah. I wish I had that back in school.
Me too.
I remember really struggling to visualize certain things, historical events or, even scientific concepts.
Yeah.
Imagine if I could have experienced that in VR.
Totally.
It would have made such a difference.
It would have. And it's not just about the fancy VR headsets.
Right.
The future of this is also about artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
AI to create these really personalized learning journeys.
We talked about those personalized learning paths before. How does AI,
Okay, so think of it like this.
Okay.
You have a personal tutor who knows you.
Right.
Really knows you. There's your strengths, your weaknesses, your learning style.
Okay, and AI can do that.
AI can analyze all your learning data, track your progress, and then it can, tailor-make the curriculum for you.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it could adjust the difficulty, recommend different resources, or even suggest different ways to learn the material based on how you're doing.
It's like you have this, learning companion that's always there helping you out.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
And it can really help. It can help people stay motivated, help them understand things better. And in the end, they just learn more effectively.
So it's not about getting rid of teachers and just having technology.
It's about helping teachers to do their jobs even better.
I love that.
Yeah, and that's what's so exciting about all this.
Yeah.
It's not like one or the other.
Right.
It's about finding that balance between technology and human connection.
Right.
We'll probably see more and more of those blended learning models.
Right.
Where they combine online and in-person elements.
It's like getting the best of both worlds.
Totally.
Yeah.
And as technology keeps advancing, I think we're going to see even more innovation.
Right.
Who knows what's next?
Yeah. What if we have holographic teachers?
Right.
Or virtual field trips to other planets?
I know. It's incredible to think about.
Yeah. We started out with just
the basic definition.
Yeah. Yeah. The basic definition of remote learning. Yeah. And now we're talking about things that sound like they're from a sci-fi movie.
Right.
But they could actually happen.
They could. And that's what makes this whole conversation so inspiring.
Yeah.
Remote learning is this revolution that's changing how we learn.
Yeah.
How we get access to knowledge.
And we've seen how it can make learning more equitable.
Yeah.
More accessible.
For sure.
And just more engaging.
For everybody.
For everybody. Yeah. It's a pretty amazing time to be a learner.
It really is.
It's been a crazy journey.
I know. We've covered so much.
Yeah, from the benefits and challenges to
all the amazing technology.
All the technology that's changing everything. But I think the most important thing is that we've all been reminded that learning is a lifelong thing.
It is.
It's never too late.
Never too late.
To learn something new.
You got that right.
So whether you're already into remote learning or just starting to think about it, we really want to encourage you to embrace it.
Embrace it.
Who knows what you might discover?
That's the fun part.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into this amazing world.
This amazing world
of remote learning.
It's been a blast.
We hope you enjoyed it.
We hope you learned a lot.
Yeah, we did too.
Yeah, me too.
And until next time.
Yes.
Keep those minds curious.
Stay curious.
And never stop.
Never stop.
Exploring that incredible world of knowledge that's out there.
It's waiting for you.
Waiting for you. See you next time.
Bye.